Yeah, what's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans, football also 1219 AK Hurricane. So back in the building. Just want to do a quick live. You know what I'm saying? It's just a real quick, live while I'm on my way home from work because I'm really not gonna have time to do it this afternoon. So let's talk about something. Wait till I get a few people in here before I start discussing. You know what I'm saying? What I want to talk about. What's going on? What's going on? We got four in the chat. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, Mike? What's going on? Um, if you jump in, hit the like button for me. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you jump in. Um, but just talk a little bit about. I'm on my phone, so just talk a little bit about the season. Um, the halfway mark, 2-4. Also, I want to thank everybody. The people who donated a couple dollars to try to help me raise that money that I most definitely need. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate every dollar. Thank you so much. And I'm not going to stick on that long. Now I want to talk about. We're going to talk about. I'm just going to talk about strictly player development right now. I'm going to talk about strictly player development. That's what I'm going to stick to right now. All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to Manny Diaz's first year as defensive coordinator, and we bringing in the trio of linebackers and Shaq, Pickney, and Quarterman. Hey, sis, we bring in the trio of linebackers and Shaq, Pickney, and Quarterman, and we have Quan and we have Red Wine. We have all these guys, um, and Manny Diaz in his first year, the first 10 games of the season, the defense was outstanding. Like one of the best defenses in the history of college football. I think maybe the most turnovers for touchdowns. Um, everything like that. It was outstanding. Now, Mark Richt took over the offense, and we had a guy by the name of Brad Kaya, who was a Heisman hopeful the year that Mark Richt took over the offense. And when Mark Richt took over the offense, everybody said he was a quarterback guru, how much great the offense was going to be. And defense was bad, so they were just hoping for the defense to improve a little bit because the defense was horrible under Mark D'Onofrio. Okay, so man, we go 10. I think we went 10-0 or 10-1. Destroyed Notre Dame, manhandled Notre Dame. The only game in that 10-game winning streak where the offense showed any kind. So I'm driving too, so I was going to read the comments. Showed any kind of anything. The offense had been bad all year. Okay. Then the wheels fell off. The defense couldn't get stops anymore. The offensive coordinators started understanding Manny Diaz's scheme, and they started scheming around him. And we looked bad. We looked bad. We got blew out by Wisconsin. But that was the second year. The first year, we won our bowl game against West Virginia. And that was the game with Brad Kaya, where they finally ran a spread in the second quarter, and Brad Kaya shredded West Virginia. But I think we had lost two or three games in a row before the bowl game. Okay? Now, let's look at what's going on. What went on after that? Our defense, every year after that, has totally declined. Our defense after that has totally declined, and we have been blaming the players the whole time. No player development. I'm not going to say we. Most of the fan base and most of the people on YouTube and Twitter and whatever, we're blaming the players. We're blaming the players. We're blaming the players consistently. But what most people weren't doing was screaming out, were the players being developed? And as Louisiana Kane would say, we got blew out in 2 bowl games against Wisconsin. And they shredded our defense. I think Virginia shredded our defense. So these are all teams that, like, our defense was horrible against. And then as the years went on, I remember the year 2018 or 2019 when we were in Atlanta. Georgia Tech scored their 3 first drives on us. They scored touchdowns against us, against our defense. Quarterman never developed. Pinckney never developed. The only 2 players that I know really developed from Manny Diaz, that I know truly developed because they were there almost since the beginning, was Quarterman. I said Quarterman, sorry. Was Quan and Redwine. No one else developed. No one else developed. So, as I only have 19 in the chat, we're talking about playing the younger players as of right now. We're talking about playing the younger players, and because they're hungry, because they're hungrier than the older players. What happens in year 2 when they're not as hungry? Are they developed, or are they coached to stay hungry and be developed? See, what I don't want to do is I don't want fool's gold. I don't want fool's gold. We've played with fool's gold for the past few years. We've played with fool's gold, and I don't want to play with fool's gold anymore. So when these young players come in on defense, right? I'm not talking about the offense side of the ball. I'm talking about the defense side of the ball. When they come in and they're all energetic and everything is going right, what happens year 2 and year 3 with these guys? I'm not buying into the Manny Diaz, young player, more hungry, we're better. I'm not buying into that. What I buy into is development of players, development of coaches, understanding who we are and what we are as a football program, getting back to the right culture, letting these kids be who they are, and let's play football. Because if we buy into the same exact thing that we've been talking about, and just the younger kids being hungry, I have no idea. I mean, you guys let me know. I am reading a little bit. I'm not reading. I can't see too many comments. Nobody's on saying too much. But I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know where I'm wrong at. Do you think? Give me a Y for yes or N for no. Do you guys think that the younger players can just win off of hunger alone without development? Do you think if we were to win our last 6 games. We won 6 games in a row. No, 4-2. Yeah, we won 6 games in a row. Can we just win off of hunger alone? You guys let me know. Victoria said that's hard to say. I'm saying no. I'm saying we can't just win off of hunger without development. People say we didn't have talent, and it's funny how. And Coach Hayes was on my show the other night, and people say we can't win without development. And I myself pulled up, and I had the same. I'm gonna say it flat out. I had this same argument with Streeter, and then Streeter all of a sudden changed his mind. He pivoted. I love you, Streeter, but you pivoted. Said we didn't. Also said we didn't have enough talent. We had to get more talent in. We've averaged around a top 15 recruiting class, and I've pulled that out every single year. Even with Al Golden, I think Al Golden had an 8th rated recruiting class. So the cupboard wasn't bare when Mark Richt took over. The cupboard wasn't bare when Mark Richt took over. We had great recruiting classes when Mark Richt took over. I think Mark Richt's worst recruiting class might have been 20. I mean, Al Golden worst recruiting class might have been like 29 or 30. Everything else was in the teens. And a number 8. Al Golden actually won an ACC Coastal. Just had to forfeit it. Just had to forfeit. Al Golden right now has a better record. He got 19-11. He has a better record than Manny Diaz as a head coach. And the cupboard was bare when he took over. Let's be real about it. Al Golden has a better record than Manny Diaz. Won an ACC championship that he had to forfeit, and had less talent when he took over than Manny Diaz. So, being that I only have 27 in the chat, when someone else says this, everybody's going to be screaming, hallelujah, you're right. I'm trying to say it as professional as I can. I'm trying to be as graceful as I can. But I'm not understanding. And like I said, I wanted Manny. I wanted Manny. So the question is, who's a better coach, Manny Diaz or Al Golden? I was talking to my boy Shake. I said Manny Diaz. I said Al Golden on my last show did a better, and I wanted that man fired so bad it's pathetic. But I said Al Golden did better in his circumstances with Miami than Mark Richt did, and with his circumstances at Miami. Like, so that's what I mean by what I'm saying. I am just trying to figure out, like, what? You know, So as we sit here and we continue to talk about recruiting players, and see, I'm not gonna get into the recruiting. My new job is to get into talking about the program as a whole, because I don't understand how this is like the cancel culture that Dave Chappelle talks about. Everyone gets on the same wavelength and then dismisses everyone else until, like Malcolm said, those roosters come home to roast. I'm not understanding. Like, what I've said I haven't told any of you guys lies. I've told you guys my opinions. I've given you guys information that's given to me by people that are behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, I'm always wrong until someone else says it. And then I'm only right because I was validated because someone else said it. So I'm gonna mention this right here as well. We all say get rid of Blake James. All of it, including myself. I said, okay, this is enough. Get rid of Blake James, right? Everybody want Blake James gone, right? Answer this question for me then, right? Why is it that we have top 15 talent? We are the #2 recruiting class in the ACC. We are the #2 recruiting class in the ACC, have been for the past 5 or 6 or 7 years. We have been the #2 recruiting class in the ACC, the #1 in the ACC Coastal, and we can't win, and that is Blake Baker's fault. We have a new indoor practice facility that was being built before Mark Richt got there. Ground was broke on that before Mark Richt got there. He gave $1 million up, like everybody said, but that $1 million so he could hire his son as a coach. But we have the #2 recruiting class in the ACC, and we can't win. He gave us Mark Richt, who everybody wanted. He gave you Algo. He gave you Manny Diaz. You can blame him for that, but everybody wanted Mark Richt. 95% of the Hurricane fan base wanted Mark Richt, and Manny Diaz. And Blake James delivered that to you. He delivered him to you with unlimited resources. Delivered him to you with unlimited resources. This is not opinions, it's facts. It's not me just talking off my head. He gave you who you wanted with unlimited resources. And Mark Richt bombed. And how is that Blake Baker's fault? Mark Richt came in with the best players in the ACC Coastal, the best team in the ACC Coastal, best team, best players in the ACC Coastal, unlimited resources, unlimited, and that's what he gave to the University of Miami Hurricane fan base. And it's his fault we can't win. It's the administration's fault we can't win. When he gave you who you wanted at coach. I'm not understanding time out. Mark Richt had health issues after that. And if he did have health issues, then why are they just coming out? You weren't saying that back then. So now you want to blame him because you're speculating that he had health issues while he was at Miami. So my understanding is that he had health issues a year ago is when he started having those health issues. And as a matter of fact, when I saw him on one of the game day episodes or whatever, and I saw how much weight he had lost, I actually said, dude, nobody even mentioned it. And I came on live and I said, is something wrong with Mark Richt? And it was nothing mentioned about it then. I don't listen, Tyrone. All right, Tyrone. Dude, now do you guys see what I'm saying? Like I'm speaking. Tyrone does not know for a fact when he was named. He's making a statement he doesn't know for a fact. I don't even know. I hate it when this happens. Oh, what I hate when I get the home. I'm not going to say he had health issues. I'm not going to say he didn't have health issues. I don't know. All this, Black James gave Mark Richt unlimited resources. He gave 95%. Everybody does not speculate, bro. I'm not speculating. Even when he looked sick to me, I came live and asked, do anybody notice how sick Mark Richt looks? But what everybody wanted Mark Richt. Facts. They gave you Mark Richt. Facts. They gave you Mark Richt with unlimited resources. Facts. They gave Mark Richt had the best class in the ACC Coastal. Facts. No, I'm by my house and it's trying to connect to my Wi-Fi. I'm at home and it's trying to connect to my Wi-Fi. That's what happened. So what I'm doing right now is nowhere near speculating. I'm giving you facts, my brother. I'm not speculating anything. I don't really have any thoughts on Bubba Bolden right now. I haven't dived deep enough into it. I guess right now all of my focus has been strictly on this. I can't listen. I'm gonna tell you why I don't have any speculation on Bubba Bolden. All right, I'm gonna tell you why. What's the purpose of me giving injury? What's the purpose of me giving out injury, like injury news or anything like that, right? Or speculating on anything with the injury? Because when I did that with D'Eriq King, and I told everyone that D'Eriq King was not going to be healthy. I don't care. I don't listen. I get at least 10 dislikes every video. I can come on here and say, "In God we trust," and I would get 10 dislikes. I could come on here and say, I wish everybody a beautiful, wonderful day, and I wish everybody wealth and riches, and I would get 10 dislikes. So I don't even worry about that. People don't if you don't like me, you don't like me. It is what it is. But as we get back to talking about development, could be as we talk about development of players. I don't know. All I know is everybody blames Blake James. Blake James gave people what they wanted when he gave you Mark Richt. He might have gave just a few people what they wanted when he hired Manny Diaz, and I was one of those people. But I didn't want Mark Richt. I was outspoken as soon as they were talking. Before they fired him from Georgia and they was talking about it, I said I didn't want Mark Richt. Because I did not want Mark Richt. But I wanted Manny Diaz. Both of these coaches have had unlimited resources. And both of them have had talent. Streeter finally admitted to it. Oh yeah, I'm saying because Streeter, you know, me and you argue about that. Streeter finally admitted to it, and Coach Hayes always thought we had talent. When I said we had talent, everybody called me crazy. I'm crazy. I'm delusional. I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. We need to play the younger players to play yada yada yada. So if you fly, if Blake James has given you, has given these coaches, if just think about this right here, right? Just think about this right here. If Blake James was the AD at Miami right now, and let's say give me a coach with some somebody give me a coach with some cliche with some cliche. Somebody give me if Blake James was the AD at Miami right now and Urban Meyer came to Miami, would anybody be screaming fire Blake James? Carol City. So Carol City. So you're gonna say you still can't believe that I picked 10-2, right? I picked 10-2. But you're not gonna give me credit for all the things that I've been right about. You're not gonna give me credit for all the things I've been right, because that's the third time when you came in the chat. That's what you. So are you gonna ever give me credit for what I've been right about, or are you gonna just give me credit because I picked us to go 10-2 this year? Because if that's what you're gonna do, then you just might as well post that every single time, and I will highlight it every time. I picked us to go 10-2. That's what I did. I most definitely did that, Carol. See, Kane? I picked us to go 10-2. You know why I picked us to go 10-2? Because we had the talent to go 10-2. Maybe I should have considered the coaching. No one thought we would be where we are right now. Rick was onto something until he met crossroads of not firing his son 9-4. He wasn't onto anything. Rick did that. Offense was horrible the whole time Mark Rick was there. The offense was terrible the whole time Mark Rick was there. This is why Manny Diaz got the job, because the defense looked so great for a couple of years. This is why Manny Diaz got the job. You think about this right here. The offense was ranked better under Al Golden than it was under Mark Richt. The offense was ranked better under Al Golden than it was Mark Richt. I think Brad Collier threw for like 500 yards against Florida State under Al Golden. Yeah, James Coley was the offensive coordinator. He was offensive coordinator, but Al Golden brought him in. Why didn't Mark Richt? Mark Richt has all the class. Say Mark Richt has everything. He knows everybody. He's that guy. So why didn't Mark Richt keep James Coley? Because I remember when he fired James Coley, I was pissed off. So Mark Richt came and got a paycheck and left. He didn't better the program. He didn't put us in a better situation. I give more credit to for Al Golden for keeping us at least in a recruiting relevant situation under all of the NCAA sanctions, under the Nevin Shapiro thing. I'll give him more credit for what he did, keeping the ship afloat to where we could still get recruits. Facts. All right, love you, sis. That's facts. He kept us afloat and won the Coastal. Okay, so I'm about to get off now. I'm gonna say this. I don't want to say this because Brian, you said nope. All right, Brian, I want you to explain. I want you to explain where I'm wrong at. Because if you disagree with me, a valid reason. Give me a valid reason, and I'm listening. You can just type it in, or you can. I'll invite you in for 2 minutes because I'm about to get off. But you said nope, so that means I don't know if you're disagreeing with me, if I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong, let me know where I'm wrong at. Cause I mean, I can break it down for you. Al Golden and Mark Richt recruiting classes. Mark Richt was going to. He left 20 million on the table. He left 20 million on the table. Okay, I'm talking about on the football field. I'm talking about on the football field. On the football field with everything, because Mark Richt shouldn't have had to leave 20 million on the table because we hired an experienced coach from the SEC that could not come and compete in the ACC. I'm talking about on the football field. I'm not talking about 20 million. I'm talking about on the football field. He did not do better than Al Golden because of the circumstances. On the field, Al Golden's offense was better than Mark Richt's offense. Facts. I wanted Manny, and I was wrong for that. Randy had a great recruiting class, and he actually has a better record than Manny Diaz. He has a better record than Manny Diaz as a coach. Thank you. And he had all the resources to get coaches. But it fizzled out and we didn't pay attention to it. It was fizzling out and we weren't, because Wisconsin walked our ass twice. Georgia Tech beat our ass in Atlanta. It was fizzling out, but I was too stubborn to even look at it. I was too stubborn to even pay attention. Okay, guys, I'm getting off here, man. I love you guys. Like I said, I'm going through something right now, very personal, and I'm trying to raise $1,000 by Friday. Um, I've raised 200. If you can, if anybody's willing to donate even $1 or two to the Cash App, it would be greatly appreciated. Um, I'm gonna probably sell a few things to do whatever I can to raise this money because it's very important that I get it. I have to have it. I don't like asking. You know, this is my first time ever asking for help for anything like this, and I got crucified last night for the video that I put out. But if you can help a brother out, I would not be asking you if I did not need it. But if you don't have it, I most definitely understand, and I will not look down on anyone who can't do it. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you later on in the week, you guys. Take care of your families, take care of yourselves, live good lives, and represent this you all day, man. Love you guys. I'm out.